Hey guys, welcome back to Champion Competitor. Today we are going to take up a very important topic which is asked several times in various competitive examinations. Today we are going to study national emergency. In this board presentation, in this much space, I've occupied all the important keywords which you should remember while answering any question related to national emergency. So if you study all these points thoroughly, you are able to answer any question. So let's start. First of all, when we start national emergency, we should know under which article national emergency came. So national emergency came under Article 352. So Article 352 deals with national emergency, and then the next question arises, who proclaimed national emergency? So national emergency is proclaimed by the President of India. No other authority have the power to proclaim national emergency except President of India. Then President of India cannot proclaim national emergency on his or her wish. There should be some conditions. Based on those conditions, he can proclaim national emergency. Those three conditions are when he feels that the security of India or any part of India is threatened by under three conditions. And those three conditions are very important. They can give you directly a question citing these three words, and then you have to answer the question. Those three words are war, external aggression, and armed rebellion. Okay, these three words are key words on basis of which national emergency is basically proclaimed. Now, what type of question they can frame? They can frame a question that emergency provision is under which part of the constitution. So it is in under part 15. The second option they can give, national emergency can be proclaimed on the basis of war, external aggression, or armed rebellion. Instead of this word armed rebellion, they can give you a word which is called as internal disturbance. Now before 1978, instead of word armed rebellion in constitution, the word internal disturbance is used. Because this word internal disturbance is so vague and so vast that it is very difficult to interpret on which things you can club in the word internal disturbance. So by Constitutional Amendment 44th in 1978, the word internal disturbance is being replaced by the word armed rebellion. So they can shuffle these three words and they can confuse you. If you don't remember that armed rebellion and internal disturbance are two different things, you can easily came into that trap and you will take it as the correct option. So be very careful when such an option has come. Please focus on the word armed rebellion, whether they have given it armed rebellion or internal disturbance. Very important. Then when the national emergency is proclaimed on the basis of war or external aggression, it is called as external emergency because this emergency arises from the external sources. And when the national emergency is proclaimed on the basis of armed rebellion, it is called as the internal emergency. And I've talked about you that prior 1978, the word internal disturbance was there in the constitution, but because in 1975 they have misused the word internal disturbance. The government has misused the word. Therefore, under 44th Constitutional Amendment of 1978 by Morarji Desai government, this word is being replaced. Then the next thing is that President can proclaim emergency only by a written recommendation from Cabinet. So here you should know the meaning of word Cabinet. In my one of my video, I have talked about this video. I have clearly explained the word Cabinet and Council of Ministers. So please watch that video. So President can proclaim emergency only when he get a written recommendation from the Cabinet. So merely on the advice of Prime Minister, President cannot proclaim national emergency. Now this provision is also added by 44th Constitutional Amendment. Because in Indira Gandhi government, Indira Gandhi, without consulting with her cabinet, she advised President to proclaim the national emergency. So therefore, this provision that there should be a written recommendation from the cabinet is added by the 44th Constitutional Amendment of 1978. Then the next important part in national emergency or in any topic related to emergency is the duration of approval and how the approval is being taken. First, the approval, where once the national emergency is proclaimed, from the date of its proclamation, within 1 month, it has to be approved by both the houses. Both the houses means both Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha, both upper and the lower house, and that too by a special majority. Special majority means the majority of all the members in the parliament and by not less than 2/3 of the member present at the time of voting. So a special majority vote is required for the recommendation. The second important point is, once the approval is being given, it operates till 6 months. And then you can continue the emergency for the indefinite period. But once the first 6 months is being over, for continuing it for the next 6 months, you have to get a reapproval from both the houses. Okay, so it carries for 6 months for indefinite period of time, but after every 6 months, renewal of approval is required. So this is about approval. Whereas for revocation, that means for removing the national emergency and getting the normal authority, is revocation can be done by President at any point of time. Whenever he feels that the conditions are again back to normal, he can revoke the national emergency. And if the Lok Sabha passes the resolution, if Lok Sabha passes the resolution, then President has to revoke the national emergency. But the difference between the revocation process and the approval process is that for approval, there is a special majority condition. Whereas for the revocation, a simple majority and only Lok Sabha passes. Whereas in the approval, both the houses, they are equally responsible for the approval. So this is all about national emergency. If you have any question, please ask in the drop box which is given below. Thanks for watching the video. Please do share, like and comment. Bye bye.